everyone, Mom Mike here. Today's a quick video. We are unboxing this Geralt versus Leshen pop figure. I am so excited. This was gifted to me by a friend. It was a complete surprise, so it really made my day after a terrible week at work. And I was just delighted that they had surprised me with this item. I had seen this pop figure advertised, but had honestly forgotten about it. Just so busy, didn't even look into how to procure one of these. And I saw that when they gave it to me, this was a GameStop exclusive item, and they had gotten this using like the GameStop in-store pickup. It was the only one available, and I was just so excited. We'll get to that in one moment. I do want to do just a quick check-in. I hope that everyone's okay during this kind of national panic that we're having. Things are getting pretty serious, it seems. In my own local area, I am now working from home, so where I work, they're really shutting down to try to get as many people as possible working remotely. The first couple days this week, I was working on site. Now they've gotten us the equipment so that we can work from home. It's really weird. It's very bizarre. I've never done anything like this before. I've never once worked from home in any capacity, and it's really strange. In some ways, it's positive. On my lunch break, I vacuumed my apartment, and I'm able to kind of get things done, get chores done throughout the day instead of having to do them all when I get home from work or save it all for the weekend. So I'm trying to find the positives in it, but I miss my coworkers. I miss being able to run to Target on my lunch break because my office is centrally located to a lot of different stores, and I'm able to run to the post office and run errands. And now those are things that are reserved for after work because I don't have enough time on my lunch break to go run errands like that. So I'm trying to balance things and get into the routine. I sincerely hope that you are all healthy, happy, and safe where you are, and I really do hope that we are back to normal as soon as possible. I miss my coworkers. I'm nervous about going to visit family members. I worry that even though I'm social distancing, what if I still could bring something to them? So usually, for example, I go visit my parents and my grandma, a couple times a month. Now I'm considering maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. So it's a little bit of everything's in flux right now, but I just wanted to wish you all the very best and sort of check in and also just let you know that things here are okay. I've been getting some questions about that. Everything's fine here, and I'm just sort of getting used to working from home and trying to stay in as much as possible. But back to the main event. Let's go ahead and get a look at this pop figure. And looking again, I see it's Funko Insider Club is what it was, but the only place I was finding this was GameStop. So I'm not sure if that is a GameStop related branding or what it was, but the only place I could find this was GameStop, aside from like resellers, I should say. But in any case, we've got one. Let's take a quick look around. I really like the back of the box here, Geralt versus Leshen, and this is Game Moments kind of series by Funko, and I think this is the first one of these that I have. This is definitely the first sort of pop set like this that I've gotten. I'm super excited. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna open this from the bottom, as I usually do with pop figures. Oh, this is cool. This is really cool. Okay, we're gonna, because me just kind of being, I don't know, I didn't look super closely at it. I guess I didn't really look at how large the base for this was, and I'm super excited to get into this. I'm just gonna pop the box back together. Oh, I barely noticed that there's a background in here. I'm just gonna pull it out just so you can see it, but this was inside the box, and it honestly just blended in so well that I hardly noticed it. But that's really cool, and an awesome way to display it. If you want to keep it in the box, you've got this great display piece. But so I'm just gonna set this aside over here. Still loving being a part of Table Gang, but all right, here she is in the plastic kind of clamshell here. I don't see any tape, so we'll just pop this right open. There we go. Oh, wow. That is so cool. I absolutely love just this base here. Very solid. This has a good weight to it. Pop figures are, they're usually pretty lightweight. They're vinyl. And this has a good weight to it. I think a lot of that comes from the base. I really enjoy that they put this on here. It is so cool. First, I really like just the variety here, that you've got different tones of green. There's dark green, light green. They're blend together really nicely. We've got rocks. We've got kind of the logs here, the branches, I should say, the roots. And that's a really key part of how Leshen fight. Leshen are my favorite monsters in The Witcher. I just did that Leshen statue unboxing very recently on the channel. And that's a key part of how they fight, the way that they call up roots from the ground to grab you. And this just looks great. I really like what they've done here. Pop figures still amaze me with how detailed they can be while still being relatively simple. And so we've got on the Leshen, we've got the correct, the mushrooms on his leg, on his, arm, on both sides here. They've got his hood, the little kind of stitching texture is there. They've got the bone thing that we don't know what it is. They even got this really cool like skull on a stick on his back. And just subtle things like these branches, even though it's not a different color, there's bindings around them. You can see things like that. The texture on the skull, it's hard to see. Oh, okay, you can turn his head a little bit. They did put some texture on the skull here. That looks really good. You can also see it a little bit on the other side. That looks really nice. And I also like the colors they did for him. The way that it's sort of like an ombre effect of how it goes from green to brown. It's really blended nicely, looks good. For the Leshen are very like detailed enemies, and to kind of bring it down to this level of Funko Pop, they did a great job. And looking at Geralt, awesome. He's got his medallion on, of course. This is going to be a little hard to see, but he's very well detailed. Even his gloves have like a quilted texture on them. He just looks incredible. I'll at least turn his face to you. But he's got his medallion on, his armor looks great. Some of the quilting texture you can see on the leg down here has got that same quilted texture as the gloves. The gloves also have, what's made to look like studs on the knuckles there. That looks amazing. It's just super well done. And even a very subtle detail, Geralt's foot in the back is stepping. So he's stepping forward to fight. You might be able to see it from this angle, that he's stepping forward into a stance to fight the Leshen. And that's such a small detail they absolutely did not have to do. But man, it adds a lot of life to this piece. I'm really happy with this, and a huge thank you to the friend that gave this to me because it made my day. I had a terrible day at work, and they actually didn't even know that. They had no idea I hadn't been texting them at all. And at the end of the day, they said, "Oh, meet me here. I have a present for you." And this is what it was. It just made my day. So thank you to that very special person, because that just really means the world to me. They know how much I love The Witcher 3 and that the Leshen's my favorite monster in the whole game. And this is so cool. This is probably one of the coolest kind of pop figures in my collection. I cannot wait to display this. So that was a quick unboxing of the Geralt versus the Leshen pop figure. Let me know if you picked this up or if you have any of the other pop figures from the Game Moments collection. And let me know if you're doing okay. Check in with me in the comments. I just want to know that all of my friends here are safe, happy, and healthy. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!